Welcome back. We are recycling and making a cool craft project today. Jennifer Ackerman Haywood from the Grand Rapids Press and CraftSanity.com is here to show us a new use for our old plastic bags, and we have now dubbed you, after today, everybody here, we're calling you the female MacGyver. Oh. Because you can make anything from anything, which leads us to these amazing dresses. And should we show these first?
Yes, let's do that. And these were made, Betty White is the subject of my column this weekend.
Okay, not the golden girl Betty White, but a different one, right?
She's golden, but yeah, she's actually a teacher over in Forest Hills.
Oh,
and
my gosh.
She teaches ESL classes, and then she comes home and she experiments with plastic bags after hours.
This is a plastic bag dress, and is that her?
Actually, this is a vintage swimsuit that she did, the white one, and then
yeah, you see like the little swimsuit.
Yes, and then yes, you can see Betty there on the screen, and
that is amazing.
This dress is what caught my attention. I saw this they had a redesigned fashion show over in Forest Hills.
And it's so hard to see until you really look closely at it, but these are like plastic bags.
Yeah, and it's actually, it makes for a kind of, a softer fabric than you would imagine.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and so she makes these nice hats.
Look at the hat. It's like, then you just, you put like this cute little bow on there, and this is just gorgeous.
Yeah, so she embellishes things, and in this bag over here, she lined it with fabric. So it really is impressive, and this dress took over 50 shopping bags for yeah, it's from a grocery store in Maine. She spends her summers in Maine and collects bags. And the vintage swimsuit is made out of Meyer bags.
Out of Meyer bags.
Yes, yes.
That's
so Meyer bags.
That's amazing.
And we're going to work with a little Joann's bag here to show you. And this is actually called plyarn.
Plyarn,
plastic yarn. And it's the free. I love when I can get my hands on free yarn. So this is one way to do it. Go to the store and save your bags. I cut the bottom of the bag off first.
Okay.
So you just go across, and we're working with a small bag so we can show people what to do. And then I cut the handles off. Because the key is if you can just have one bag and have one ball of yarn and not have to tie things together.
Oh, okay.
Because if you cut a bunch of strips, it gets to be a real pain. Okay, and then what you do is you just start going and make a continuous strip. So it's about, about an inch to inch and a half. You can go up to 2 inches depending on what you want to do. And you just keep going. Okay?
So you just go around and around.
So you're going to have a continuous piece.
And then you'll have your plyarn.
Right, and then you end up with, something like this.
Like that.
And what we're going to do is just kind of show you what to do. We'll have some basic instructions to start. If you know how to crochet, you're all set. You just basically use this in place of yarn. First thing to do when you're doing a chain, you just form a little, I'm going to pull a loop up here, and then pull this smaller, and then you just start looping through here.
Now, is there anything that you need to remember, like while you're doing it? Like, do you need to like pull it, or make it?
It does take a little bit to get used to this.
Yeah, because that's just like regular crocheting. Like,
yeah, and you don't have as much. You can't control your stitches as well as when you're working with yarn. But I'll move over to, basically you create, for this bag, we're going to have little instructions here. This is the only one I made on the table, so I cannot take credit for any of this other fabulous stuff. Basically, your chain stitch forms the bottom, and then you just continue going around and around and around till you get all the way up here, and then you just go back and forth on one side.
And I like how you use different color bags to kind of add, some
This
of
is about 7 different bags. I think this is Joann's bag, a Home Depot bag, Hobby Lobby, another Home Depot.
I was like, yeah, Hobby Lobby. I recognize those colors.
And then a Meyer bag up here. And some gift shops have really neon green. Betty was telling me neon green. There's a little gift shop indoor.
It becomes like a fun quest almost, to find out where the great bags are.
Once you announce to people that you're doing this, people will give you bags.
Right.
And if you get a blue bag, you're like, oh, this is so awesome. So yeah, it gets to be kind of a then you're collecting a bunch of bags.
That is amazing. And like when you go to change, like if you want to change, like in here how you've done the brown, do you just kind of change yarn?
Yeah, let me just show you what you do. You would just basically, actually, you can just knot it together.
Oh, okay.
So what I'll do, just tie a knot and then stitch when you hold it with your work, and just hold it together like this and just keep going.
And just keep doing it.
So on this one I've used several, I'm making a giant bag for the CSA farm when I collect my produce. I can throw it all in there. It's going to be massive. It's going to take me about 800 years to do this. But yeah.
Well, you got to show it, in 801 years you come back, you show us on Take That.
All the bags. But yeah, and it's just, you just go around and around. It's just a single crochet that I'm using.
Now, what are you going to be doing for your Sunday column?
Actually, Betty White, her story.
The focus of this
story
one?
is going to be in Sunday. So you'll hear all about her and how she got her start.
I love that.
And what inspired her to work with plastic.
Gosh, this is absolutely amazing. Well, thank you very much, Lady MacGyver. We appreciate it. You can find more information on our website at wzzium13.com. Just click on the Take 5 links page.